All right, great. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today for the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference orientation session. It is so wonderful that you can join us, and it's great to see so many faces on the call. We've got, hundreds of people joined already, and I think we are expecting quite a few people to turn up today because we have, today's session is going to be a great one to help you get up to speed with the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference, how it all works. And we also have some special prizes and things like that for you on this call that you will have the chance to win. And the way we're going to do this, the giveaway, I will get into more details later, but it's there are questions to answer, and you don't need to have a good knowledge of herbs to win the prizes. They're pretty random questions, so I think everyone has a pretty good chance to be able to win, and then we'll get into that later. But before we do, I would like to welcome you so much to the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference. This conference is the 4th time we've run it this year, and I am just so in awe of what we've put together. We have an incredible lineup of speakers, which I'm sure you've all seen, who is speaking this week and the topics that they're speaking about. And it is honestly just such a pleasure to be able to share this with you. So for those of you who haven't attended before, the way the conference works is that basically we have today's session right now that you're attending live on Zoom. And then throughout the week, each of the speaker sessions are going to be streamed to YouTube. You'll be watching them on, and then we will be, you'll have an opportunity to, we have the schedule, I'm going to go through this in a moment, but basically in terms of the free pass, you'll have 48 hours to watch each session. So this is plenty of time and more than most online conferences do offer. So you will, if a session goes live on Monday morning, you'll have 48 hours to watch it for free. And this keeps on going from Monday to Friday. We have 6 speakers speaking each day from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. Eastern time. And in the middle of the day, we have a break session hour, what we call the VIP lunch hour. So this is just for people who upgrade to VIP. So you'll see there's a free pass and the VIP pass upgrade. And that's an opportunity for us to go deeper and network amongst each other. So we're going to have a call kind of like this one, except on a different link. And we'll be splitting up into smaller groups and talking about specific discussion points that you're working on as an herbalist and in your business, and essentially helping each other on our journeys. So that will be happening every day at 12 p.m. Eastern time for people who upgrade to the VIP. But everything else, all of the sessions are available for everyone to watch for 48 hours from when they are released. So what I think it would be great to do, first of all, before we do get started, I wanted to let you know how you can access the conference sessions. So there are 2 main ways that you will be able to access the conference sessions. The first one is via the conference schedule page. So if you go to herbalentrepreneur.com, in the top menu, there's a button that says schedule. If you click that button, schedule, it will take you to the schedule page with all of the sessions. We're actually going to go through that page in a moment, and I'll kind of show you what's included in each of the sessions so that you can mark your calendar for which ones are most interesting for you. But I did want to also mention the other way that you can watch it if you prefer. If you're watching from a phone, you may want to download our app. So this is the first time this year that we have an app, and I'll just show you now as well. So just now I came up with a little notification that told us that we were going live for this session now. So hopefully if you get the app as well, you'll get notifications about what is going on. But the app is, we're going to be able to look directly inside the app to see the sessions as well. So if you're watching from your mobile, it might be a good option, but the website also works from mobile, so you can work however you want. But I just wanted to show you quickly on the app. You can, there are different sections, but there is the program here, and you can go through and click to see the sessions. And so you'll be able to see that you can literally watch the session there when it goes live. This session's not live yet, but it's the first one tomorrow morning. And then we are able to click this love heart button in the corner And what happens when you do that is it kind of shows up in your agenda. So you can go through the program and click love heart on the sessions that you're interested in. I'm sorry if you can't see. You can like just the sessions that you're interested in, and then that will show up in your personalized agenda on the day thing. So I would like, if you're going to watch from mobile, have a look at that and see how it works. And there's also a section to network with other people on there as well. So that's the first time we're doing that this year. It's a bit of an experiment, so let me know how it goes. But I think it's going to be nice to just increase the engagement and be able to hopefully make it as easy as possible for you to access the content. I also just wanted to mention, you do not need a password to access these sessions, so you can just click the button and go in and watch them. We try to make it as easy as possible to access the content during the conference. So there is the app, and okay, now I just need to mention as well, the name of the app is Eventee. You would have got a link inside your welcome email, but basically if you go to either the Android store or the iOS store or whatever phone you use and like type in Eventee, so maybe if someone if someone can write in the chat Eventee, then we can, there's the Eventee app, and then you'll be able to search for Herbal Entrepreneur Conference and get that there. It should be there. Okay, so that's the first thing. This next thing I wanted to mention was our sponsors for this year's conference. So we have several sponsors that have help with putting together this conference and are supporting the mission of the conference, which really is about helping herbalists like yourself to develop the skills to grow your business. Because it's one thing to be an herbalist, it's one thing to be really good working with herbs and making products, seeing clients. It's one thing to do that well, but to be able to do it as a business and like actually do it as your full-time thing, it's another thing entirely. So I will let you know about this sponsor. So first of all, our first sponsor is the Herbal Circle. The Herbal Circle is actually the membership run by Herbal Entrepreneur that runs throughout the year when the conference isn't on, with discussion rooms and content challenges and guest expert sessions, things like that for herbal business owners. So that's ran by the community at Herbal Entrepreneur and is the first sponsor. We are also sponsored by Kerry. And so Kerry is a herbal dispensary management software designed by herbalists for herbalists. And so it's really, they know how herbalists think and what their challenges are. So it's we're going to talk more about Kerry in this session as well in the conference. But I'm going to mention that later on in this call as well. But it's basically, if you're a product maker, Kerry is a great inventory management system to be able to keep track of your supplies and your recipes and what you're making in your herbal business. We also have Oshala Farm. And so Oshala Farm is, Kerry and Oshala Farm are both going to be speaking at the conference as well. But Oshala Farm is an organic herb farm in the US that they have wonderful supplies, but they specifically work with herbal product makers and they have a great way of, it's a good source of herbs to be especially for product makers. And we are going to get more into detail of this as well. And our other sponsors are the Herbal Academy, and we're going to be talking about them as well later in today's session because they are offering a prize for today's giveaway, and Formula Botanica as well, who have the formulation book course. Okay, now I just need to check up on something for a moment. Okay, now, so I'm getting a few questions in the chat about people wanting to know how we can catch sessions live. So, the replay if you miss sessions. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share the screen and let you know what the schedule is and how you can access the sessions. Okay, here we are. So this is the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference. As you can see here, we have the whole schedule is here. You will be able to click on a big green button here once each session is live to take you directly to this session. So you can really just bookmark this page, which is the schedule of Herbal Entrepreneur, and go to this page and you'll be able to see this session button here once it's kind of finished. You will also, this button will remain active for 48 hours. So for example, this session here on Monday, it's going to be available all of Monday and all of Tuesday until this time on Wednesday. And then it will be locked just for VIP Pass members. So you'll just basically come to this page or the Eventee app and the video will be ready for you to watch. Hopefully easy. And so there's two options. You can watch it from here or from the app. Both ways work, both ways are fine. Okay. Now we will talk about, okay, just for a moment, I quickly wanted to mention before we get into the schedule, the 5 pathways that we have at the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference. So here we have the different speakers are talking about different things because basically there are so many things that you can possibly do as an herbalist. And to be honest, this is one of the most fun things about running an herbal business because you have options and you can, you know, make herbal products, open up an herbal store. Maybe you want to teach workshops inside the store, but like everyone has their own specific journey and their way of following things, one thing after the other. And we include all of these pathways inside the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference because we know that a lot of herbalists do like doing one thing and switch across to different areas, but maybe they're not interested in a certain area. So we do categorize that out. So the 5 pathways that we have are the growing pathway, the grower pathway, which is basically anyone who's interested in growing herbs. So here we have speakers talking about herbal farms, how to store and process herbs that you've harvested, foraging guidelines, all about anything about growing or gardening herbs. Then we have the maker pathway, which is about making herbal products. So the maker pathway, we're talking about formulation, what sort of kitchen you can work out of, what the requirements are to actually make products, and also, yeah, things about putting it all together as well. We have the seller pathway, which is more about the marketing and also actually running an herbal store as well. So we talk about like displays and sampling programs and things like that as well. Then we have the healer pathway, which is really the clinical herbalist who works with clients to help them get their health outcomes. And the teacher pathway, which is for people who are interested in running herbal workshops, classes, plant walks, any of those sort of things. So there are several different ways that you can make an income as an herbalist and ways that you can build your business off of. And hopefully this is going to give you some ideas of how you can get started. And if you already have an established business, we also have a few more advanced sessions to really level up on what you're doing. So let's now get into the actual schedule. And I'm going to just give you a quick walkthrough of what speakers we have and like a little synopsis of what each session is about so that you can go through and mark which ones you are interested in. So if you haven't already, now might be a good time to download the app so that you can go through with me and click the heart if you like that session and kind of create your own personalized agenda. So the first session that we're going to be kicking off the whole conference tomorrow morning is with Bernadette Ann on considerations for starting and running an herbal practice. So Bernadette is a clinical herbalist who's been running a practice for several years, and she put together a wonderful presentation about just the whole overview of how to get started and how to really run an herbal practice. And so if you are honestly, I would recommend this session whether you are a beginner herbalist or already have a practice, but anyone who's interested in clinical herbalism, this is definitely, you'll get some good nuggets out of. Okay. Now we have, I'm not sure if it's me doing those lines. Okay. Now, hang on, I just need to stop my share and because of, sorry about this, I had lines on my screen. All right, there we are. So we have, all right, so the second session for tomorrow, and so this will be 1 hour later, is Lorraine Dalmaire from Formula Botanica, and she's going to be talking about what you need to set up an artisan herbal lab. So this is definitely for anyone who's interested in making herbal products. She talks about lists out exactly what you need to set up a kitchen and really breaks it down the process so that it doesn't seem too hard. So this is definitely a great one for someone who's in those beginning stages of setting up their herbal lab. Now, on the third session for tomorrow, we have Aisha from Optimum Wellness, and she has a wonderful Instagram account that gets a lot of engagement with Instagram Reels. And Instagram Reels and TikToks are one of the really big things that are working in marketing at the moment. And so this session, she breaks down how she does it, how she creates videos, how she gets ideas, and all of this, which if you're interested in creating Instagram Reels or any kind of video content, to be honest, this session is going to be a good one for you. Then we have, in the middle of the day, we have the VIP networking lunch hour. Once again, this is just for people who upgrade to the VIP because, yeah, otherwise we're going to max out the room. And so you'll get, for people who do join VIP, you'll get the link for this via email, and that will be an opportunity to discuss together. Then we have Noel Joy, who's going to be talking about growing and drying herbs on a small scale farm. And again, this is a really great overview session for anyone who's interested in running an herbal farm. And yeah, she covers so many different topics in this, and it's packed with information. So that one, definitely, if you are interested in growing herbs, I would recommend watching this one. Then we have Mason Hutchinson, who is talking about building connections in the herbal community and events. So Mason Hutchinson worked with Mountain Rose Herbs for quite a few years, and also runs the website Herb Rally, which is basically a directory of herbal events, but he has so much experience in networking with herbalists and attending events and how to get the most out of it. And he shares his best insights in this session. So if you're interested in really getting involved in the community, this is a great session. And then the final session for tomorrow is with Maria Noah Groves on using an evidence-based approach to working with herbs. And so this is really breaking down how to research what herbs do, what sort of sources we should be looking at. And she literally does a demo of how to do that, and following down the rabbit trails of looking at the real data and what to look for. So if that's something that kind of scares you, but you'd like to know more about, I think that's a really important topic that all herbalists, no matter what type of pathway you choose, should be aware of, because we need to be able to understand research and what herbs do, and get our information from reputable sources, which is what this session is about. Then we're starting off Tuesday's session with Natasha Walker, who's talking about trademarks and IP protection for herbal products and brands. So this is a legal session. information based only, but it will help you to understand a little bit about like what trademarks are, when you might need them, and also what the process is to actually get a trademark. So this would be most likely more for people who have already got an established business and are ready to level up and start that there. Okay. Now we have the second session on Tuesday is with Abriel Donaire, who is talking about a practical step-by-step guide to starting an herbal business. Now this session is, really a great one for anyone who is in the beginning stages of your business and working out what to do to get your business up and running. She talks about like, basically like a checklist, this after this, to what you need to do and all of the different things that you need to think about. So this is like a really great core session for anyone who is wanting to start their business. And like, it's valid for all types of herbal businesses, but like specifically for makers as well. I think there's people who want to sell, like make and sell herbal products. This one's great. We also have Jeff and Elise Higley from O'Shella Farm talking about organic certification for your herbal farm. So they're talking about, and this also for product handlers as well. So how to get certified organic and like what that process looks like and how to do all of that. So that's a great session if you are wanting to grow herbs on as a farm and looking into organic certification, which is pretty important, I think, for most people who are looking at growing and selling herbs. Then in the afternoon, so we once again have the VIP networking lunch hour on Tuesday. And in the afternoon, we have Erica Kuhlmeier, who is talking about setting up and running a physical herbal store. So she runs an herbal store that also incorporates like different aspects of health and wellness services inside her store. So they have like massaging clinics and like lactation consultants and an herbal store where that she runs with her team. And like there's so many great insights about like how to set up the store and even running a team and how to keep your business in person, brick and mortar business afloat during COVID, which she was able to do. But it's been, like there's lots of takeaways in that session. Then we also have on Tuesday afternoon, the Science and Spirit of Holistic Plant Medicine for Herbal Practitioners with Saja Popham. And that session is like such a great session for anyone who is wanting to work with clients. He runs, one of the bigger herbal schools, the School of Evolutionary Herbalism, and he shares some great insights in this session about how to work with clients and just his whole philosophy of practicing herbal medicine. And then on Tuesday afternoon, we have our session with Rosemary Gladstar, which is about organizing and hosting herbal events and retreats. So as I think most of us would know Rosemary Gladstar and have read one of her books, but she's also been hosted and founded quite a few different herbal events and conferences over the years. And in this session, she talks about how she did that and how she creates experiences for people. So this session is great for anyone who is looking at running some sort of event, but even just if you're wanting to run workshops or that sort of thing for people as well, I think you would get some great tips out of this session and how to organize it, but really creating a great experience for people. And so then we have Wednesday. And so by this point, the sessions from day one will be locked away on VIP Pass, and the sessions for Wednesday will start opening up. So we have, we're starting Wednesday with Ritu Pathak, who is talking on engaging community in aromatic medicinal herb farming. This session is quite unique because Ritu is from HM Herbals in India, and her herbal farm works, they primarily grow lemongrass and other aromatic herbs like that, but she really engages the community in the actual process of growing the herb. So it's like they have various different farms around their community that help with the growing, and they are like the hub that bring it together. But she walks us through how that works in that community there, which is really interesting because they've never done a session like that before. Then we have the second session on Wednesday is with Tad Hargrave, which is on ethical marketing for your herbal business that feels good and works. So Tad is from Marketing for Hippies, and he has a wonderful website on marketing in general in a way that does feel really great. And his session, he really breaks down his process about how to find your niche and how to communicate what you do in a way that is more like a conversation rather than selling, because I think a lot of us don't like selling what we do or don't like to sell ourselves, but this really does, it's a nice way of looking at it so that you can feel good about the way you communicate your products and get more people to know about them. Then we also have that on Wednesday morning, we have Karen M. Rose, who's talking about incorporating spiritual herbalism into your herbal practice. This session's a wonderful session. She's, just so much inspiration. And yeah, if you're just looking for a pick-me-up and then wanting to get in there, I would recommend watching this session. And it's truly inspiring and just makes you want to get out there and start practicing with clients. This one is more on the practicing herbal side, but Karen does also make have a quite a large herbal apothecary, and she does touch on the products and that process there as well. Once again, we have our VIP networking lunch hour at 12 p.m. on Wednesday, and then we have on Wednesday afternoon, we're starting with Laura Rubin, who is the founder of Nurture, and talking about stand out and engage customers with an herbal product sampling program. So this is for herbal product makers and herbal product sellers who probably have an established business or are looking to really ramp up quickly. And it's about how to create samples and increase exposure of your brand to more people through the sampling program. So this is a great session if you're really looking to grow your business. And then we have Nicole Telkash, who is talking about integrity and ethics in business building for herbalists. This is like probably required listening for everyone as far as we're talking about, like this integrity and ethics is so important for the way we run our business as herbalists. And we need to be so aware of how we are running our business in a way that is doing good for the community and the world, really. And we do, this is on like a recurring theme in this year's conference about how you can like use your business to do good. So it's not just a revenue generator, but it's like a presence to be stewards of the earth and grow business in a way that is great for the community and the world around us. And then the final session for Wednesday is with Erin Lefebvre, who is talking about running an herbal membership site. So she runs a herbal community online, which is called the Past Priestess Circle, I believe. And that one there, she talks about like how to get it started, the membership site, and what she does to keep it going. She also touches on like her family life balance as far as how she balances running family and a membership site and how that works into her lifestyle. But it's great for anyone who is considering starting an herbal membership site and is wanting to go that route. We're starting off Thursday morning with Margie Flint talking about reading the body and practicing herbalism in the new age. So she is the author of the Practicing Herbalist book, and she breaks down some of her best insights from the book and how she practices in this session. So this is a wonderful session for people who are looking to improve the way they work with clients and the different signs to look at and how to really give the best recommendations possible. She also mentions some great stuff about compliance as well and how to get people to actually follow through on your recommendations. Another kind of required listening, in my opinion, one as far as is Anne Armbrecht, who is talking about practicing herbalism with intention throughout the process. And I'm highlighting these ones because I think that we just need to be so careful in the way that we're running business, that we are doing good. And Anne is the author of Business in Botanicals book, and she's talking about how the how it gets into the supply chain and how that works, how it goes back, and how the different herbs are grown, and how when things scale, it can get a little bit more tricky to put the love into the herbs. And we're talking about how to do that on a business scale. And on a similar strain of thought is Stephanie Boucher, who's talking about approaching herbal business as a tool for collective healing. So this, once again, is really on using your business to do good in the world. So we're talking about pricing, we're talking about ways that you can practice herbalism in a way that facilitates collective healing. On Thursday, once again, we have our VIP networking lunch hour, which will be an opportunity to connect with other people and have conversations with other herbalists. Then we have Mel Mattispat, who is talking about selling retail and wholesale to increase revenue. So we're talking about the pros and cons of retail and wholesale, and we really do dive into in more depth about wholesale selling and how that process works, and how to form partnerships with shops that might want to get your products, to sell your products for you. So this one is a great one for people who just love making products and don't so much like the selling side of things and would like to sell their products to someone else to sell them for you. Then we have Dr. Sade Roebuck-Turner, who is talking about facilitating traditional herbal education programs for children. So what she does is she actually runs community education programs in her community, and she runs them. It's primarily for children, but it's a really interesting her kind of get up there and do it attitude, as far as she just does work she has some great insights about how she plans that out, but also how she connects with people and how all of that comes together. Then we also have our final session on Thursday is with Ben Levine, talking about formulating herbal products customers rave about. Ben is the chief herbalist at Rasa, the adaptogenic coffee alternative company. And that is a wonderful a brand. I've actually tried it and enjoyed their alternative coffees if you're looking for an alternative coffee. But this session is a great session for anyone who wants to formulate products. We're talking about like the process that Ben uses to create formulations, and what the steps that he goes through. But I can guarantee, I think, if you watch this session, you're going to want to go to your herb cupboard and start formulating and working on your recipes. So if you're looking for some inspiration and really how to formulate, here's a great session to get started. And then we have the second to last day of the conference, but the last day of true speakers, is how to research and define your target custom avatar with Laura Baum. Laura is going to be talking about how to really get to know who it is that you are making your products for, making your services for, or who it is you are serving as a herbal business owner. And as you will find out throughout this conference, this is a really, really important point if you are going to be successful in the way you run your business, because you need to know who is going to be using your products or services so that you can make or create what they want. And so this session is an important one for marketing. We also have with Judson Carroll talking about making an income as an herbal writer and author. And so we are going to be talking about writing books and the process of publishing it and getting it out there, and how to do that. So he has self-published his own book. So it's definitely a route that if you enjoy learning and sharing your knowledge about herbs, you'll get value out of this session in how to publish your own books. Then we have with AC Stubble, who is talking about certified kitchen requirements for herbal product makers. So this session is information more specific to US state, as far as it's, she shares her experience from working in New York. And but at the same time, would be like a really good starting point to start your research in what you need for a certified kitchen to make products. So depending on where you are in the world, and this is an international conference, so it's difficult to give specific guidelines, but there may be some sort of cottage law, depending on where you are, that you may be able to start making products in your home kitchen. But in most places around the world, when you start to increase the production, you will need some type of certified kitchen, which is basically just the government's way of checking that you're doing things in a safe manner that's not going to hurt anyone. And this session here, we're talking about those requirements, what you actually need in that certified kitchen to be approved. And once again, we have the networking lunch hour. And after lunch, we have traditional Mongolian herbal medicine and the magic of Shalat in a products-based business. So Kulan Enkadavan is going to be talking about how she runs her business, and that's Amu Nutrition, about, and she incorporates her roots as a, from Mongolia and puts that into the products business, and how she makes products and markets it as well, which is a session with lots of takeaways about how to take your experience, your uniqueness, and putting that into your own product line. Then we have with Michael Kilpatrick on farm business setup to serve the community and your true purpose. So this is a interesting session because we go like really into depth about how you can create a farm. This is mostly for farmers, but it could also be for other types of herbalists, but how to set up your actual farm in a way that you want, like what you want to get done, make that happen. And even when it may be difficult, because there are lots of laws and regulations in place around how we can practice, but Michael has an alternative way of setting up your farm business to make what you want to happen. And then our final session on Friday is with Sarah Corbett on your next steps to grow your herbal practice. And she's actually going to be talking about how to automate the whole back end of your clinical herbal practice so that you can focus on the client outcomes and really practicing as an herbalist. So this is really great for any clinical herbalist who already have some clients, but are struggling with the admin tasks and keeping on top of everything. She really talks about how to automate the client onboarding experience and follow-up sessions, and how to package things together so that it all kind of flows nicely and you save time so that you're not burnt out just working, but you really craft the business in the way that you want to make it. And then finally on Saturday, we have another session, and that will be at the same time as today's session, and another live session to today, most likely with the same link as today. And this will be recapping everything that we've learned at the conference, and also talking about how to move forward with what you've learned, because it's quite possible that you're going to start to feel like you have just learned so much, you've got so many ideas, and you're going to be like, oh, like, what am I actually going to do now? Like with so many ideas, it can be difficult to truly take action on any one of them. But in that final session on Saturday, we're going to be talking about, what the key things for you are and how to map your path forward as an individual herbalist, because what one person does is going to be different from someone else, and we all have our unique path and our unique way that we're going to build our business. And basically that session is going to help you work out what you want to do. So I hope that all makes sense. Does anyone have any questions about the actual schedule of the conference? I'm getting lots of comments. Everyone's so excited about everything that's coming up. I am too. It's we've got like a lot, like we just went through everything and there is a lot in there. So that's very exciting. Okay, now I think now is a good time to do the giveaway. All right. So what we have, for those of you who watched the, before we do the giveaway, I'm just going to have a quick drink of water. Okay. Okay, here we are. Now we just had a question in the app. How do we add ads to our personal calendar? I will just quickly show you. So if you have a look here, so first of all, go to the program, which is the second one down the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. And then you'll be able to see the whole program there. And if you click the love heart in the top corner of any session, so you can go to this session, for example, and click the love heart up here, that will add it to your personal agenda. So your personal agenda is this one down here, and you'll be able to see what you've added to. And you can switch across to any of the days of the conference there. So for example, on Thursday, Wednesday, I haven't actually added anything to mine yet, but that's because of an oversight by me, because I should have all of them added, to be honest. But you'll have the program in here and you should just go through. And then we have a new session as well. And so this is where you get notifications about stuff that's coming up. And that's, okay. Oh, and while we're on this as well, throughout the conference, we have like tradition, every year we've always done giveaways of the VIP pass for people who share about the conference with the hashtag Herbal Entrepreneur. And we are going to be doing that again. So we do have a specific giveaway for today's session, but I would like to mention that for this year is that, so every day of the conference, we are going to be giving away one VIP pass to someone who shares about the conference using the hashtag Herbal Entrepreneur. Okay, so these posts will also be showing up in the Eventee app, which you can see here. So if we go to, you can share on Facebook or Instagram, or they're the main ones I'll be checking. So if you want to win a prize, probably share on one of those two. But you can share anything you like about the conference. So you might share a story about you watching the conference session. I love to see pictures of your notes of what you're writing down at the session. I love to see maybe you sitting with a teacup or what you do, like whatever you want to share. It can be anything, but use the hashtag Herbal Entrepreneur. Or yeah, you can also hashtag Herbal Entrepreneur Conference or hashtag HEC 2022. But Herbal Entrepreneur is the main one I'll be checking. All right, so just so everyone is aware, this means the giveaway doesn't finish today. We have one VIP pass every single day of the conference, which will be announced in the announcement email. So every day of the conference, you will get an email outlining the sessions of that day and the link to the schedule so that you can click through. Okay, now, so that's, yeah, once again, start and also tag me at Herbal Entrepreneur on those posts if you can as well, because just the more tags and posts and links and stuff, the more likely I am going to see it. And judging by previous years, we do have hundreds of posts per day. So it's the more likelihood that I see it is good. All right. Now we've got that happening. We can do the giveaway. All right. Oh, we're getting a few questions. The name of the app is Eventee. It's EVENTEE. So you can download that on iOS or Android, and you will be able to use that to get your program and all of that sort of thing. All right, now we have, and again, your replays are from, you'll be able to watch them in the app or on the schedule page. So both, whether you're watching live or the replay, you can watch it on the app or the schedule. Okay, now let's explain the rules of the giveaway, because a bit of backstory. We were given this prize of the giveaway, which is such an awesome prize of the business herbal course by the Herbal Academy and their business planner guidebook. And so this is worth like over $800. Just the, it's $879 value if you go to buy it off the shelf today. But the problem was my business is actually based in Italy, and in Italy, we're not allowed to do proper giveaways. So like where people enter their email address and things like that. So I still wanted to give you the prize somehow to some lucky winner. And so I came up with this alternative that we're going to be doing it on today's call. And so how we're going to do it is we have trivia questions about little bits and pieces, and then you have the chance to respond. So what we're going to do is, this is for the giveaway in today's call. It's on the chat in Zoom, and we're going to be, it's basically the first person to type in the right answer to the question. Okay, so, all right. But I think I need to, I will also type the question into the chat so that people can see it. Okay, so is everyone got their typing fingers ready to, okay, so now we are going to do, all right, so I'm just going to give you a heads up about this. A lot of these questions are going to be numbers, so that you can go, so that it's easier. Someone's eventually going to get the right answer in case you don't know it. Okay. All right. So the first question is, I'm going to also type it into the chat, but I'm on someone's private at the moment. Okay, the first question is, are we ready? And oh, hang on, I have to say what prize this is. The prize of this one will be for, okay. Okay, this prize here is going to be for one extended VIP pass of the history of all of the Herbal Entrepreneur Conferences today. So as you know, this is the 4th Herbal Entrepreneur Conference. And so that means that the person who wins this question is going to get like all of 2019, 2020, 2021, and this year's conference, all of them for free. Okay, so that is, okay. So let's do this. We have got, how many varieties of herbs did Oshala Farm grow in 2021? Okay, so this isn't, oops, oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, we've got lots of questions here. Okay, so we've got lots of people guessing. How many varieties of herbs did Oshala Farm grow in 2021? And once again, I mentioned at the beginning that Oshala Farm is, I'm just checking we've got an answer. This is cool. I like this question because it's a bit of a random number. They have oh, we're getting close. So far, I think Christy is the closest that I've seen, but she's not quite right. Christy, hang on, I've got to go through. I'm just checking. Oh my goodness, there are so many guesses and not anyone's quite right yet. This is a good question. Okay. I'm going through. No one's got it yet. I'm gonna okay. I'm just going through it in order because I possibly should have asked someone to help me with this. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, there's so many, but I can't see them. Hang on a minute. I'm just gonna have to okay, I'm going through. So far, oh gosh, there's a lot, but no one's quite right. So it's I'll tell you, to narrow it down, it's somewhere between 50 and 100. I'm going through. There's lots of guesses, but they're not quite. People are guessing. So the closest, Mackenzie's the closest so far, but it wasn't quite right. One off, if people can go back to there. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of questions, but no one's quite right. It is, so this is, oh wow, this is taking longer than I thought. Guys, no one got it. People are guessing so much, so little, but no one quite got it. I'm just making sure I don't miss it. Who got it? Okay, so basically, okay. Oh, great. Okay. I think we got it. I'm glad that I had my assistant looking for it as well, because if I missed the answer. Okay, so I believe the correct answer was 84, and Nicole Rogers got the correct answer. So Nicole, if you can, wow, that was so many numbers and took way longer than I thought. Okay, so this was, okay. So Nicole got it. That was it was 84, and so that is like a really big number for an herbal farm. You can imagine how, like, what the paperwork for that farm would be like, creating 84 different varieties of herbs. And so Nicole, you have won the history of all of the Herbal Entrepreneur conferences. Okay, now let's go on. And so Nicole, if you can yeah, maybe if Alyssa, if you can message Nicole for her email address so that we can get her set up with that. Okay, now let's go on to, this question here is for the scholarship to the Business Herbal course and the Business Planning Guidebook by the Herbal Academy. Okay, so this is the $879 value that you will get access to the whole business course, which is a great starter pack. All right. Now, this one here is not a number, so hopefully, oh, that's a great question, by the way. I just saw that in the chat. Can you purchase a history to the VIP pass? We don't have that yet, but it's a good idea. It's a good idea. I'm not sure. I haven't put that in, but I think that's a nice idea. So I don't know, possibly. I have to have a think about that. But so for the question for the Business Herbal course and Business Planning Guidebook, the question is, I just have to write the answer into my chat so that someone else can check. Okay. Okay, the question for this, for the next one is, hang on, I've lost Zoom, where are we? Here we are. So this is for the Herbal Academy course. The question is this one, if you're not familiar with the Herbal Academy, maybe go and look on their website quickly now, just so you have a better chance of winning this prize, just as a little aside, okay? So the question for this course, to win this course, the Business Herbal course, is, it's about me, actually. What is the first course that Yolanda Joy ever enrolled in the Herbal Academy? So I have been a student since 2015. What is the first course? Okay. And the first course that I enrolled in, introductory, skincare, beginner, introductory, no, intermediate, forager, herbal basics, no, Rosemary Gladstar, introductory, aromatherapy, intermediate, skincare. They do have a lot of courses, but none of these are correct. Okay, I'm hoping that my assistant has got it because I do not see it. Okay, did you get that, Alyssa? I'm hoping, because I do not see it. Hang on a minute, we've got numbers here. Let me see. Let me check. Oh my goodness, this is taking a long time. Okay, I'm just gonna I'm hoping someone has got it. I can't see the correct answer here, but I'm hoping that my assistant is going to get that answer for you so I don't have to look through this while you're just watching my face. But it's one of the mini courses if people are looking at it. And I believe it's still available, but it's definitely the first course that I took. It starts with an M if people are, but it's not mushrooms. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if someone else got it before, but someone has got it. Like someone may have got it before, so Alyssa check. But I saw that at 5:55. Hang on. I think you're the first person. I'm pretty sure. Amy Beef is the winner, I believe. The Materia Medica course, I believe. I hope I didn't announce that wrong, but I believe that's correct. So Amy, also if you can get the email from Alyssa, I believe that you get that prize. And then, okay. So by the way, the Materia Medica course is just a simple course about how to create a Materia Medica. So if people haven't started creating a Materia Medica as an herbalist, I highly recommend that you do. And what it basically is it's a record of the plants that you work with and how you work with them. But that's a great, it's not an introductory course, but it's, and I think it's a good foundational course to understand herbs and how to learn about them, because learning about herbs one by one is a pretty good way to start if you are on that beginner track. All right, now we are almost finishing up today, today's session, but I will do, so I'll do the final two giveaways after. I just wanted to quickly make sure that everyone does understand exactly what's included inside the VIP pass. So I'm going to share my screen quickly so that you can see what is included if you sign up for VIP. So as you know, you get free access throughout the conference, but if you'd like to upgrade to VIP, that basically just means you get lifetime access to all of the sessions plus some bonuses that we have available. I don't want to go down there because we have our special link. And so here we have the different speakers split up into the pathways, and you can see all of the different speakers that there are. You can click through to any of the ones that you want to. And you'll see the person, the video, and then about them and all of that sort of stuff as well. And so just as an example, we've got Lorraine from Formula Botanica, and you can also download the audio and the transcript and the keynotes as well. From the session. So these are PDF downloads to help you see what's included as well. And I just want to check if these are updated yet or not. Not yet. Okay. These are not updated yet, but they will be. And so this is basically the keynote sessions. It's a PDF that goes through the whole transcript and the thing and the keynotes for you, which is a succinct overview of that session. And then we have also bonuses for you. So we have Savvy Language for Herbalists in Business. So here's an in-depth guide about the language that you can use. Then we have the Kerry subscription discount, and we have the GMP pack and pricing masterclass and RASA and Science and Art of Herbalism home study online course, and the Herbal Academy courses. And so we've got some discounts in there for you, which you can make the most of. And so this is basically when you upgrade, you will just get a password and log in so that you can log into this area. And you'll also get the main link to join us for the VIP sessions. And so this is really such a great opportunity to connect with others, have conversations, talk about what you're learning, and really just like let it sink in. Okay, so that's, oh, and one more thing. And so also, just so you know, the price of the VIP pass will be going up on Tuesday. Okay, and so we allow you for 2 days to check out the conference and see what it's like as well. But the price is going to be going up again on Tuesday. So if you're thinking about it, like kind of work it out, because Tuesday is the and so yeah, we have a couple of questions. When is the latest time we can upgrade to VIP? We actually keep you can upgrade anytime theoretically. So the 2019 conference is still available, but the price does go up significantly. So I would recommend joining now, because yeah, the price for the previous conferences is at $397. So it's definitely best to get in while we're live and launching, because that's great. Yeah, and so the price of the VIP pass during this orientation session is $147. And yeah, basically that price will be increasing to $197 after Tuesday, and then at the end of the conference it will be doubling to $397. So basically, if you're thinking about it, definitely get in now, because the price will be increasing. And I don't particularly like responding to emails when people are too slow. So definitely do get in now. It's better for everyone, and you get lifetime access. So like you pay now and you can have access forever. So just yeah, log in, and whenever you're looking to get more out of these sessions, or you're just wanting a boost of inspiration, or you want to learn about trademarks in 2 years' time, you can come back and log in and access that session. So that's a great session. And for those of you who have already upgraded, I'm getting a few of you in the comments, woohoo, I get to see you tomorrow during the VIP lunch hour session, and we'll be able to connect and yeah, really join in the community there. Okay, now we'll do the final giveaways. So we have, now I've got to just, okay. Now the next question is from one of our herbal sponsors. So this is Kerry, the inventory software for herbalists, and talking about how to keep track of the supplies. The question is, and I'm just going to type this into the chat so that we have, oh, by the way, so question is lifetime, do you have access to the conference for, you get lifetime access to this conference. Every year we have a new conference and new sessions, and I record new sessions with each speaker. And so it's a new conference every year. And we do have people who have joined us for every year from 2019. Is there anyone on the chat who has joined us since 2019? I would love to know that, if there's anyone. I get so much joy out of people who have come for 4 years in a row. So Laurel's from 2020. Is there anyone who attended in 2019? Yes, Sarah did. Yes, Jen did since 2020. Just for the first two, yeah. Well, it has been a lot bigger the last couple of years, so there's more people from last year coming again, but yeah, great. And so some people are the first this year. That's great. All right, so we have a question, can you purchase a class session? No, you cannot purchase one on its own, but just because of technical stuff, like it's just too annoying to only have 30 different products for each class. So you can order all of them or none of them, basically. That's the options. All right, so the question is, so this is from Kerry, the inventory software, and this is going to be quick on this one because it's going to be like a pretty easier number. All right, so the question is, and so this one here is to win the GMP pack for the Herbal Circle. And so the Herbal Circle, sorry, not the GMP pack. The GMP pack is about it's templates for good manufacturing practices. So it's templates and tutorials as well about how to do that. So this is for the GMP pack. I've already put the question into, I'll put it into this one as well. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of questions here. Okay, so the question is, how much does a subscription to Kerry cost per month? Oops, oh my goodness, someone got it straight away. That was super quick. Oh my gosh, there was, wow. You know what, like, I'm glad I did the GMP pack because I have power over this. There was 3 people who did it in like the first second. So I'm just going to give it to all 3 of you, seeing as I'm in charge of that, because like it's not fair. We had, it was, wait for it. I had so that question's already done. That was very, very quick. And we had, so it's Tasha, Alicia, and Carmelita Marie. If I will give all of you the GMP pack because you all did it within like 1 second of each other. And so it's and I have control over that, so we can. So all 3 of you will give you the GMP pack because otherwise it's just, I don't know, it was probably like half a second or less between them. So we do that. The correct, that's a good answer. The correct answer is 20. And so for people who are wondering, if you want to check out the website, I can put it into the chat. The monthly price of Kerry is $20 per month, but we do actually have a discount just for this Herbal Entrepreneur Conference, seeing as they are a partner of the event, and you can save $5 per month, and that is valid for the lifetime of your subscription. So as long as you're a member, you save $5 per month. And so I'll also put the code into the chat for that as well. Let me see if I can find it for a moment. We've got, where are we? Here we are. Okay. And also one more question we have got as well is there a certificate for the conference? And yes, there is going to be a certificate for the conference. It hasn't been added into the VIP members area yet, but you will have the opportunity to download a certificate to say that you have attended this conference. And yeah, that's so just to, and that's only for VIP pass members because it's included inside the VIP pass, but you will also have the opportunity to get that. And then we have, okay, now we'll have finally, the final question that we have for the giveaway. So this is for 3 months in the Herbal Circle. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the Herbal Circle now so that you know how it works. The Kerry code, I forgot to add that in. Gosh, that was silly. The Kerry code to save $5 per month is 22 Herbal E. So it's the Kerry code is 2022 Herbal E, like that is the code to save $5 per month, which is 25% of your discount of your thing. And we're also, while we're at it for discount codes, we have also Oshala Farm. So this is for all your herbal supplies and organic herbs with 84 different varieties, as we know. Like this is a wonderful, so the official Kerry, and so the code for Oshala Farm is Herbal on ENT22 for Oshala Farm. So, and that's to save 20% off any order. And good, I'm getting other people writing in the website, which is great. So you can go through and have a look at that. So I've got those 2 discounts there, and you can check those out. All right. And we also have as well the business herbal course, which I mentioned before. You can also get 15% off of that course, the one that was given away. There is also a discount code, which is Entrepreneurs22 for the Herbal Academy course. And these links will all be in the email tomorrow that goes out. So, and the prices are the same. So just check your email tomorrow. But this for the Herbal Academy Entrepreneurs 22 as well. So we have our final question for today. And so this is to win 3 months inside the Herbal Circle. So the Herbal Circle, like I mentioned earlier, is the membership that runs throughout the year for herbal entrepreneurs looking to grow your business. And it is really a community. So we have 2 Zoom calls per month where we update each other on what we're working on and bring a discussion point to the table so that we can bounce ideas off of each other and work through any roadblocks that we're having. And so that's the core piece is the tea room sessions, but we also have a group with accountability. So we have weekly accountability posts where we talk about the small little wins that we're having that week or what we're going to commit to doing the next week. And also, if we have anything in particular we want help with. And the whole purpose of it is stacking up the small wins. So having that weekly accountability post, you start to realize what you did in the week or realize that you didn't do anything that week and you need to start doing stuff. And so that's what it's all about, the Herbal Circle. It's about helping each other, supporting each other. And so whoever wins this prize is going to get 3 months inside the Herbal Circle. And I'm just noticing in the chat, we actually have a few people in the Herbal Circle commenting about the Herbal Circle, which is cool. And so if you guys win this, I'll pause your subscriptions as well for a month. So you're welcome to win this as well. And this, all right, let's do this. We can do, I've got a list of questions here. I've got to choose one. Okay, so the question is, and so this is going to be maybe a little bit easier for those of you who have been around for a while, but that's good. We get to reward people who have been around for a while. And the question is, including myself, how many speakers were there at the first Herbal Entrepreneur Conference in 2019? Oh, goodness. Let me see. Oh, no, the person who got it is Zoom user. So I don't know who you are. The correct answer was 15. So Zoom user, you may need to, maybe I'll have to, okay, so Zoom user, you won. I don't know who you are, but the correct answer was 15, I think. And so, okay, there we are. And so and that was actually because I was organizing the first Herbal Entrepreneur Conference definitely as a hobby, and I ran out of time to do the 15th speaker, and so I concluded myself as the 15th. But we had 14 speaker sessions and then myself as well. So it was 15, including me, on the first Herbal Entrepreneur Conference. Okay, now we have a couple of questions to wrap up. So I hope it's clear about how to access the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference. It is pretty easy. Once the sessions start going live, you'll see that either on that schedule page on the Herbal Entrepreneur website or on the app, you'll be able to access directly from either of those places. And those sessions will all be free to view for 48 hours, and then they'll be locked away just for VIP Pass members. Now we have a couple of questions. So how does Kerry compare to Crafty? It's a pretty different thing because Kerry is literally made for herbalists. So it's it was basically created, Kerry was created for Bernadette, who is speaking on the first session tomorrow. And it's created for clinical herbalists, but also product makers to keep track of things. So it's specifically for herbalists. People do use Crafty Base and things like that to keep track of inventory, and it does help. Those softwares tend to be designed more for makers, and so it does fit under a similar umbrella. But I would personally recommend trying out both and seeing what works for you. But yeah, like we're seeing in the chat, Bernadette's husband designed it for her, and now it's being released to the wider public so that other herbalists can use it as well. So it's more specific to herbalists, Kerry is. It's like specifically for herbalists. We have a question: how do you access the app from a PC? I don't think you can, but it doesn't really matter. Just access the Herbal Entrepreneur website. If you're watching from a PC, just watch from the Herbal Entrepreneur website. I think that's the easiest thing. And then we have also, how do you get to be in the circle? The link is on the website, but if you, throughout the week, we will let you know more about that because we are tweaking a couple of little things for the onboarding process that I want for it to be a little bit better. So if you're thinking about joining the Herbal Circle, it theoretically is available now, but I would wait until the end of the conference. just enjoy the conference for now, and then we'll all get started together. So just attend Saturday's session, and we'll go more into that as well. Great. All right. So I think that does wrap up today's session. One final thing that I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention earlier is that we have a community website. And so this here is community.herbalentrepreneur.com. And this is where we are going to be talking about the sessions. So we're going to have a post for each individual session in this area so that we can discuss about things. But even more important is this is going to remain open even after the conference. And my vision for this community website is for it to become, like a kind of a private social network for herbalists, just us on a private platform. So here we really can talk about whatever we want to do with herbs, to do with our businesses, questions that we have. And I hope it's going to be a safe place that we can help each other in. And I've separated it out into different pathways here. So if you have a specific question related to one of these, you can mention it here. We've also got general herb chats if you don't know where it fits. And this is also where we've got the Herbal Circle kind of sections as well that we're going to be building up as well. So that's where you probably won't have access to these at the moment because it's for Herbal Circle members, but that is where we talk about accountability and events coming up as well. But all of this section here is free for everyone, and we're starting it now with the conference because this is where we're just going to be all working through it together. So this is a great place to connect and discuss what you're learning. And hopefully this is going to continue on after the conference as well. That's definitely my aim, because I really think it's important in this day and age that we live in, that we have a place that we are actually allowed to talk about what we want to talk about, and that we can have discussions about what we do, because it's just so important. And that's kind of what my goal is with Herbal Entrepreneur, is to create the community that we can help each other, because we're all doing different things. We all have like our unique perspective that we can help, and we all have our unique experience from what we've done in the past as well. So if someone has a question, it's quite likely that someone else at this conference, and we have like almost 20,000 people signed up for this conference. If we like, there's all of these people, we're most likely going to be able to help each other. So really do use this platform, this community as a way to learn from the other people that are in the group and the speakers that we have, and the other attendees as well. I will type the link to the community website in here. So this is to everyone. There we are. Oh, thank you, Alyssa. You're onto it. So that is there, and so you should be able to sign up. It's free to sign up. You can sign up. Yeah, but it will be a separate login. I do need to make that clear. So even if you've signed up for VIP, you do need to create a separate login for that website. You can make your password the same, but it is a separate website and it needs a separate login. Okay. Yes, all right. Now, okay, we're getting a few questions here. I haven't even put that in the link yet. Gosh, what sort of salesperson am I? The link for the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference VIP Pass, I just put that into the chat now. So that is where you can upgrade for the VIP Pass and lifetime access to all of the conference and your ticket to the VIP sessions as well. So if you're thinking about upgrading, it's definitely the best time to do it now, because you'll be able to join us for the whole week of networking sessions as well. So yeah, the link is in the community there. And I hope that makes sense. Now I've got a few more questions. The discount for the Herbal Academy is for the business herbal course. So yeah, we're getting a few questions about that. So to recap, there will be all of this information with the discount codes and what they do in the welcome email tomorrow morning. So the day one email with all of the information, you'll get a recap of what we talked about today as well. So if you're a little bit confused, that email should clear things up for you. All right, I think that winds us up. I don't see any other questions at the moment, but I'm seeing lots of love for the conference, which is great to see. I'm really glad that you found the orientation session useful. That's really what it's for, is to help you see which sessions you're interested in and start to plan out your week, because yeah, if you're here for the free pass, which is totally fine, you have 48 hours to watch each session, and make sure you put that into your calendar, schedule it out so that you actually do watch it. If you'd like to join us for VIP, now is the best time, because the price is the lowest it's ever going to be, and you'll be able to join us for all 5 of the networking sessions as well, and which start tomorrow. They're at 12 p.m. Eastern time every day of the event. So thank you again. It's wonderful to see you all here. Yeah, truly is a pleasure for me to host this event, and I enjoy being able to spend this time with you all, and I can't wait to see what comes out of this event as well. Every year I hear from people a few months down the line that say, oh, the conference this year inspired me to start my business, and then I did this, and then this happened, and like, that just makes me so happy to hear. And so I really hope that that does happen for you as well, and that you just take what you learn in this conference and run with it. Like, that's what it's all about. We're sharing ideas, sharing inspiration, and just getting excited about starting an herbal business and having a greater impact on our community and the world around us, which honestly, like, yeah, the world needs more herbalists, and that's what we're here for. So let's do this. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so excited to start off the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference for 2022, and we will see you throughout this week. Have a wonderful week, and welcome once again to the Herbal Entrepreneur Conference.